Hey guys, Moki here with the podcast, Scatterbrain Podcast. I do believe this is episode 6 and it's late as fuck, but still within the same week, so we're okay. We are okay. A day late, really, because I'm gonna have it posted. I'm gonna have it posted today. It is Thursday, day of. Thursday morning, early as fuck. I am not going to guarantee this is going to be an hour-long podcast episode today. Because listen, I am fucking drained. I am drained. There has been so much going on, and so much great, and so much fabulous, and so much love, and so much fighting, but not bad fighting. It's fight for the health and fight for your loved ones and that type thing. And some rocky, bumpy things here and there, in the workplace, home life, just everything. It's just, there's a lot going on, which is part of the reason why this episode is late, because I haven't made the time to sit down and record, because there's just so much, the stretch of work into just everyday normal life is bam, 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 bam. And it's chaotic. And it used to obviously not be chaotic for me. That's some shit I could have handled before. But obviously with the brain injury that I talk about all the fucking time, which is so annoying, but it's just reality. Things slow me down. Things slow me down. Just actually talking to you all like this, there is a jolting kind of pain on this side, obviously, and that's where the incident took place. So there's just always pains, and it's quite annoying, and it's very much quite fucking annoying, but that's okay. That's life, and it be what it be, and I make the best of it, and I do what I do, and it's just, the plate is constantly full. And I always try to manage the plate and please everyone that is on the plate. And it's more people keep getting added to the list to try and please and satisfy. And it's how can I manage this? I would love to have the people that are on my plate, or at least future people who get added to the plate, to be let me help you, not let me stress you out more. And it's if I say one more fucking time, but really it's just a lot. It can be a lot at times, and that's okay. That's natural. I do my best to balance, and I do what I do, and thankfully just about everyone in my circle will respectfully back the fuck off when I say I'm giving you this, and that's it. That's it for this week. That's it for this day. That's it for the next 3 days. You're at your limits, because I'm trying to manage mine. But because I love and care about my peoples, I make sure they get their limit. I make sure that they get the time. So it's okay. It's good. And not that this week has been bad. It's just been a lot, a lot going on, which is cool. I love it. But I fucking love it. I love the going out and the seeing new things, and experiencing things, and making time with people, and experiencing new memories, doing the same things with my peoples and things like that, and new emotions. And this week was a little more tough because there was an unexpected loss. There was just someone had passed that I never thought would this early in life, and it was just a shocker. It was just, that whole fucking day was just whoa. Well, so I really haven't been sleeping that well either the past few days, which is fine. I will get my sleep. I will work it out, make it happen. Because if I have to, I'll just turn my phone off and do what I do. I'll go into my cave and just bitch rest. Which is what I kind of did yesterday. I had planned to still record this episode yesterday and then just like have it posted later. But it didn't happen. It didn't happen because I didn't sleep well Tuesday night into Wednesday. And then when I got up, which was a slow process because my head was hurting because I didn't sleep well Monday night into Tuesday. Tuesday was woken up by the news, didn't really rest, nap, or anything on Tuesday. Then had an amazing event date Tuesday evening, you know, and then it was just long, you know. It was just long. And I would have thought I did sleep decent, like maybe 5 hours, I think. But still, that's not a lot, especially when the day before I did not get a lot of sleep either. Like I said, like, cut the camera's dead ass. Cause stop saying like, bitch, I'm not a valley girl. But it was just, when you have a brain injury, at least with me specifically, because they're different for everyone. My brain injury specifically is like, if I'm not sleeping well, I'm gonna feel it. I am going to absolutely feel it. And it sucks. It sucks. Because imagine you're already not okay because you're not sleeping great. So you're a little groggy and you're like, tired throughout the day. But then you also got to like, I'm just going to say, like, the title of this week's podcast video is going to be like. But on top of being tired and groggy and all that, you get the fucking headache. The headache that is just like, why are you here? What can I do to get you to go the fuck away? But, you know, that's all right. And it sucks because obviously the life I want to live is very much like being out there and being in the crowd and being busy and staying focused and staying motivated and constantly doing shit to stay relevant, if you will. And I'm trying to figure out how the fuck I can do that so successfully to where I can manage these pains that come with this lifestyle that typically would not have existed had I not attained this fucking injury. But obviously I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep doing my best. But I don't think I'm going to keep going as crazy, because one thing I learned, and this has come with like the walking since, when did I start walking? It's 24. So we went to, my best friend took me to Florida last summer, which was 23. So I started walking in 23. Like the dailies of walking, that was 23. I know I had started moving again in 22, but I don't think I made it a daily type. I did. I was doing it daily. Because my uncle had moved in at the end of 22 and I had already been walking. Yeah, I think I was walking for like a year when we went to Florida. So, you know, I was doing my shit with the walking for a while, and that's not something I jumped back into. That's something I took very slow. That is, I mean, fuck, I know I started out with like just completing my ring, which I still do, but it's increased now, so it's irrelevant. But like it was 3,000 steps a day. I think it might have been like 1,500. Maybe it was 3,000 a day, because I know I didn't learn that I could change or increase my amount of steps until just this year, a while back, when I increased it to 6,000. Because I remember posting that everywhere because I was gagged, because I had been walking 3,000 steps for so long daily that I was like, fuck it, you know, now that I'm working, I easily double this. Let me do 6,000. And ever since then, it's been a struggle, but still working at it. But that's the point, right? I know the steps didn't matter, but I know when I was walking, I kept it cute. Like I would just do straight down my street and back and, let the ring complete that way. And then eventually it was like, okay, let me start going to the park. I actually started at the park because at the park closest to me, there is a way to just do less than half. It's like a semicircle, and I would just walk that until my ring was complete because it's very not small, but it is a smaller track compared to the ginormous track. And if I ever got tired, I could sit down. If I couldn't finish it, no big deal. My car is right here. It was simple. And then increasing it. So I know that's how I need to do this, because I've been working for almost a year now and still I haven't always done my 3 days back to back, right? Because it's my first time back to work since my injury, and it's almost a year. That's fucking dope. August like 17th or something like that will officially be a year. And at that point, I plan on like being somewhere else out of that place. I got my year's experience. I'm back in it. My skin is dirty. Let's go. I got some skin in the game, back in the game. Let's go. But anyway, I've only been doing back to back. I can't remember because I did Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So I've actually been doing back to back for a while, because I know while I was doing the swing shifts, I went from Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays to Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And swing shifts are a killer. Night shifts are tiring. Swing shifts are killer, exhausted, dead, nothing, like beat everything. It's different for third shift because it's more physically calling for me, which I don't mind. It's more physical and less customer interactive. And that's fine with me. Because less customer interaction means less staying in place, staying up, staying still, stiff, all those things. So the less customers there are, the more I can actually move around and stay active and stay awake and aware and clean and do whatever. So it's more physically tired for that aspect, because I'm doing so much more cleaning and stocking and things like that, which is fine. I love third shift. I wanted third shift when I came back. I had third shift when I worked there a fucking decade ago, and I finally got it back. But it's back to back, so like Friday is no big deal. I'm going in cool. I got this. It's Friday. It's the first day back. Round up. Saturday, not too bad. It's in the middle. I may be just a tiny bit sore for going so hard Friday night into Saturday morning. But Saturday night is like, I'm already halfway through because it's just 3 days and this is day 2 of 3, but by Sunday, dead. Completely. So then you jump into shit that just takes place after work and it's like boom, boom, bam. A bitch be exhausted. A bitch really do be exhausted. So I just need to figure out how to manage my time. Time management is my biggest thing. Time management is my biggest fucking thing. And that's why I always tell people, you cannot do last minute shit with me. I tell my friends that. I tell my family that. I tell anyone who comes in my life that. That you can't do last minute stuff with me. You cannot. You cannot hit me up at 9 o'clock at night on a Tuesday and say, let's do this all day Wednesday, or, let's do something Wednesday. That's going to throw me the fuck off because I'm not prepared for it. I didn't plan for it. Like those things. And I've told people that ever since my injury. Like, one thing about me is I need to be able to prepare for it. I need to plan for it. I need to know, because especially if there's already something else going on and no one knows, and like, let's do this. And I'm such a people pleaser. And it's one thing I really hate about myself. It's a blessing and a curse, because obviously I want to make people feel good. I want to make people feel happy and loved, and I want to do unto them what I'd want done unto myself. But at the same time, I will overextend myself, because what matters to me is, are you happy? Because clearly no one cares if I'm happy, because if people cared about if I was happy, they would like do the efforts to you know, not be on top of me so much, not be like smothering. And there are quite a few smotherers in my life. And there are. And I mean, that's okay. It is what it is, you know. But just the smothering is like, I can't breathe. And I don't want to be anxious about this. I don't want to be stressed about this. I don't want to overthink about this, because one thing I'm going to do is overthink, because I'm an overthinker. And I don't want to do none of that. I don't want to sit here and try to write out a message 30 different ways and every single time find out this is going to piss them off, aka why just be a people pleaser. But there has to come a point in my life, right, where I just snatch that shit away from myself and really grab it by the balls, because I gotta please me. I need to be pleased as well. You know, so I gotta be able to find that balance and that corrective, like, what's that word? Boundaries. It's like, cool, let's do this. If we have this whole day, don't hit me up for the rest of the week about hanging out. You know, if I spend 6 hours with you online and we're gonna game this today, don't hit me up until the following week when, you know, I made it through my worksheets about when can we play again? When can you be up my ass again? When can you be around me again? When can we do this again? Well, let's talk. No, let's not. Unless you want to talk to me about what I'm doing. Like, you want to give me some video ideas. You want to throw me some connections on where to go and look out for help and guidance. See, so this still kind of wraps around to like last week's episode, because it's all the same. Because people, you know, and that's how relationships again work. You know, you want to please everyone that you have in your circle, but who's going to come at me and help me with what everyone knows I'm trying to accomplish that's being put on the back burner because I'm putting everyone else on the front burner? See how that works? It's like that give and take 50-50 kind of thing. And I understand we're all needy to an extent, and we all have needs and wants, and totally understand, bitch. Me too. Me the fuck too. But this one just hit a little different. I think just because we threw like the loss in there and everything, it was a little tough. So this week was just a little bit more, I don't want to say slower, kind of. I really tried yesterday to like manage. I'm like, okay, you know, I got through this stuff and we're good and we're great and everyone's happy. You know, for the most part, me obviously not talking about like with the loss, but you know, I was able to satisfy this many people with these past couple of days. So today I'm just going to do this. I'm going to focus on this, and I'm going to focus on this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to chill, you know. And it kind of worked, kind of not. I wish it wasn't so late into the week, because everything I did yesterday was so it would not be all on my plate today, because, you know, it's my last off day. So I will just be chilling and relaxing today and finishing what I didn't complete yesterday. But that's why I started yesterday, because obviously it didn't all get done and I knew it wasn't going to. And that was the point of spreading it 2 days, because that gives me time to calmly get everything done. So in the last minute, in the final hour, I'm not rushing and fighting and stressed and anxious and overwhelmed. You know, I get enough time to get it done, and that's what I like. And I really think that a lot of people don't understand that about me. I know there are people in my circle who think I don't fuck with them, or that kind of just, those kind of maybe bad thoughts because I am so distant. But that's literally just how I have to work. For example, so like my friend Samantha, love her to death. Shout out to you, bitch. I am literally, she told me the words and I don't remember. Samantha, if you actually watch my videos and you're watching this one, put in the comments below what you said my like title was. But I basically am reading her book before it is published, chapter by chapter. So I'm a reader, editor, whatever. It's, I don't know. I can't remember the word, but I fucking love what she called me. I love the title. I loved the title. I'm like, period, that's me. But like, I'm reading her book, you know, I'm peer reading her book, I guess that's what it's called, you know, chapter by chapter as she's writing it, right? So she probably said, when did we start this? A week or two ago? If not 3 weeks ago, but I feel like maybe. I can't remember if it was around Pride or after Pride when that happened. But anyway, well, at first, she was just up to the first 3 chapters, right? Or 4. I think when she had added me to her reading list, she was doing 4. So by the time I read 1 and 2, I had 3 and 4. Well, now she's up to chapter 8. And I was still on chapter 4. Because I had read the first 3 chapters within like the first couple days. And I'm like, all right, solid. I'm going to get to chapter 4 and then I got you. And the next thing I know, here came chapter 5. And then came chapter 6. And then came like 7 and 8. And I'm like, holy fuck. And then came 9. Because I think we're on 9 chapters now. So like between last night, well, it's Thursday. So between Tuesday night not sleeping long, as soon as I wake up Wednesday, I just power read through 2 of her like 4 and 5. 6, 7, 8. It's gotta be something like that. I've read 5 and 6, I do believe. I don't even know without going through the Google Docs because they're all marked and stuff, so it's nice. But I know I fucking pushed through 2 chapters yesterday morning because I felt bad because I told her like last week, I think I told her Sunday night that as soon as I got off work Monday morning, I was going to read like a chapter or 2, at least finish the 4th chapter, and didn't. And again, I was holding these chapters for like over a week and they just kept growing. So that's like my whole point of like, I take on so much that it takes me so long to finish things, which is why content be late and helping friends out when reading their books are late. And, you know, I love her to death. She really put the spark in me last week. She goes, you know, there's no rush, but, you know, I'm trying to get this done by the end of August, I think, or mid-August, something like that. And I said, period. Light that fire under my ass because I want to help you succeed. So if me helping you read, then she made me feel better the other day because she was like, well, don't worry. Some of them are, you know, some of my readers are still on chapter 3. And I'm like, okay, cool. Because I'm rather on 6 or 7 now. Because I know I have 3 more chapters to read. So if she's not up to 9, she's up to 8, and I'm on 5. If she's up to 9, then I'm up to 6. Because I got 3 more chapters to read. I'm pretty sure. I got 3 more chapters to read. You know, and then that's just like, that's with someone helping with like their business for real, their dream, their goal, you know, let alone just trying to chat with someone. You know, just to stay up to date on text messages and all this stuff. And it's a lot. It becomes a lot. And it all comes down to like the management of my time. Because I will just throw a whole day for this or that. And then it's like, fuck, now I'm behind. And I still need to do this. And I haven't got that done yet. On top of being exhausted, I'm not sleeping well, resting well. It's like, send help. Someone send help. And I know that's a part of life. We just keep going, and period, and do, and am. But it's still just trying to find that perfect balance. And I still don't quite know how to do it. Because still, my first thought process is to just cut everyone off and back the fuck up. Not like literally cut them off, but just if, you know, that's something my best friend, my late best friend, shout out to you, Brittany, I fucking love you, miss you every day. That is something she did to me when her shit was like, when she had shit going on, she always did that to me. She would just cut off. There's never no fighting. There's never no ill will. It would just be silence while she went through her shit, you know, and she would figure her shit out, and then she would come back after a time. And it would piss me off every time. We always got into fights about it. And she always explained herself, and it always made sense, but still being young and dumb, I'm like, bitch, why you just leave? But now in my older years, I totally get it. I totally get it, because I will fucking do that to people. That's why I love when people be like, sorry I ain't text you back, sorry I ain't do, whatever. And I'm like, please don't. Please don't do that. Because I will be the first one to take a week to respond to you if I need to. And if you mad, you mad. I'm sorry. I don't want you to be mad. But if that's just what I got to do for my safety and my sanity, I'm going to do that. And hope that we are cool enough, close enough, respect each other enough. The hope that you are grown enough that we can talk it out and you can understand it. And if you can't, that's cool. Kick rocks, deuces. I had a friend like that, which some of y'all may know. If y'all know, y'all know. If y'all don't, y'all don't. Who we ended our friendship because I was constantly in her face telling her, listen, this is why. It's not personal. This is what's going on. You know what's going on. You're not in the middle of it, but you're in the know. Get off my jock. And she could not get off my jock. And every other day I was a bad friend because I'm not up her ass. Well, I'm going to be that bad friend then, and we going to end the friendship. Now you ain't got to worry about me being a bad friend because now you ain't got me as a friend at all. It is what it is, life is about lessons, and that's fun. And that's cool. Because what I'm not going to do is sit here be bombarded by you every day when you are in the know and you know what's going on and I need my space and I need this and I need that and you still telling me I'm failing. Well, then so I can save you from heartbreak and me from annoyance. Cut ties. That's just the cold-hearted part of me, though. It's the Aquarian in me. It ain't nothing to cut a bitch off. And it's not something I look forward to, nor do I try to do, but, if it don't work, it don't work. Okay, because I can't put myself in an early grave to keep you satisfied. I can't. No matter who you are, I cannot do that. And I refuse to let that happen. I can't do that. But that's okay. It is what it is. I'm always going to be okay. It's always going to work out. The only one that is probably eating up the most about it is me with everything. I'm sure, my pussy don't pop enough for anyone to even be bugging or notice if there's not a podcast one week or a content one week. And it's crazy that I eat myself up about it anyway, because, obviously during the brain injury, era, that window, I wasn't doing shit. And so it's the fact that I can even eat myself up if I have to skip a week or if I don't have something going on my scheduled post day and there's nothing. With as good as I've been doing and consistent as I've been, it shouldn't eat me up. But I really think it just does because I know time is ticking every day, obviously. And I want to get the ball rolling, I want to get that pushed. And especially when I have momentum going, I don't want to end the momentum. Does that make sense? I'm doing so good. I'm posting OF every Wednesday or Thursday, whatever day, I forgot. Every Thursday, and TikTok every Tuesday, and podcast every Wednesday, and content every Sunday. And then we come to a week and it's ain't shit going on. Well, why? What happened? That momentum was strong. Don't break that momentum. Because that's how you get viral. That's how people see you, notice you. You stay steady at it, right? Period. Which can be said about everything in life. Stay steady, active at your job. You're going to get somewhere, which, depending on where you work, but... And you can say it with love life, friendships, whatever it may be. I don't know. Those are always things on my plate. But whatever it may be, your modeling career, of course, that's still under career and jobs, whatever. But just whatever you want to stay steady at. Getting better at martial arts or training dogs, whatever it is. Rolling a blunt, whatever the fuck, you want to become pro at or good at or great at, you will stay steady at it. Right? Is that what they say? Anyway, that's just how I feel about it, I guess. Because my goal is to be able to, be financially stable off of doing what I enjoy and doing what I want to do and what I love to do with my life, which same story, different week, entertaining people, being entertaining, that kind of thing, like the entertainment lifestyle, not working for the big man just so I can get chump change and continue to remain poor and under the level. So, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not a dream to me. And the only way to get out of that is to go full time and slave 40 to 70 hours a week and not have a life and be, for all intents and purposes, a slave to the big man just so you can get a decent amount of money just to still barely be out of the hole. That don't sound cute to me. That don't sound cute. That don't sound cute. That don't sound cuddly. I don't want to wake up and spend 40 hours a week for the rest of my life, 40 to 70 hours a week for the rest of my life, and it's all tied up because I need this money because I gotta have bills and I gotta eat. And then when I'm 65, I can enjoy it, but I got 2 years to live. Or I could just be living right now, doing what it do, and being financial off that. You know what I mean? So, and I'm sure that's everyone. I'm sure I'm going to get comments like, well, bitch, that's what everyone wants in life. Wouldn't that make the world perfect? Well, maybe, but that's your choice if you choose to work your 40 to 70 hours a week and be that slave for your company and the man you work for versus you doing what you love to do and trying to make a profit off of it. Your choice versus mine. See? See what I mean? So, on that note, I'm going to take a sip of my mean bean because I just bought some of these. One for me, one for my mom, period. Because they just hit that, they hit that soul. Sometimes they just be hitting that soul. Is that bitch just popping? So what else has gone on this week? I went and saw a fabulous play, Midsummer's Night Dream. I think I said that right. Midsummer Night's Dream. But it's by a queer tale. So basically it's just an LGBT qua rendition of it. And it was the most amazing thing I've ever fucking seen. I've never seen a Midsummer's Night Dream, let alone a queer version of it. Like, it was 10 out of 10. It was amazing. The cast was perfect. It was here locally in our city. And it was great. It was fucking phenomenal. And the music and the acting and the attire, everything. It was just beautiful. The scenery, the event place, what the fuck you even call that? But still, it was all just beautiful and nice. And the company was great and it was magical. And that was really fun. Like, oh, that was amazing. And then we got hit with the storm right after. And so then we went on like a boating journey because the car turned into a boat because there was so much water. It was insane. It was insane. But it was fun. Monday was just like a lot of, you know, family helping and things like that, and family therapy and how we can work through things. And it's just been, whoo. And that's okay. You know, it is what it is. I try to split my times with, like, this is what we need to focus on, and this is going to happen in this day as well. Where can I cut in time to do what I want to do? You know, so like, it's all, the days just seem constantly going. And that's cool. I mean, I'd rather have my life going than not going, but I don't want it to go so much that I don't know if this will make sense, but I don't want it to go so much that I'm longing and trying to get those inactive days. Because to me, that's severe. Because to me, an inactive day is, no, I'm not talking to you. No, I'm not answering my phone. No, I'm not getting online. No, I'm not gaming. No, I'm not doing nothing for anyone. I'm solely doing what I want to do. To the point where I'm like dodging people, trying to get that relax and that comfort and that release. And even then, even when I do that, It's not even relaxing because I am stressing out and become anxiety filled with, well, if I don't respond to them, are they going to have an attitude? What's going to happen? You know, and it shouldn't be like that at all. It should not be like that at all. But it all comes full circle up in this beach. It ties back into wanting to please everyone, keep everyone happy. So that's what I'm thinking about. Sorry, my foot is itching, so I'm trying to scratch it. So that's why the close-up became a thing. But it all just turns full circle back into wanting to please everyone and keep everyone else happy. So, you know, I can't do this and not worry about, okay, they texted me, they'll be okay, I'll get to them when I want to. When I feel recharged, I will respond. Well, bitch, you can't do that, because what if you don't feel recharged until tomorrow, and then they start blowing you up and be like, damn, you ignore me, don't want to talk to me. You know, just all that kind of stuff that I don't have time for. So it's, man, I'm just trying to find some balance up in this piece. In this piece, I am trying to find the balance. I'm trying to find the management and the balance. Do those go hand in hand, or would that technically be the same thing? Don't know. But I can say, thankfully, all I really have going on for me today is just finishing up the laundry. There's a couple small things here and there, but not too much. I made it my plan not to leave my house yesterday, and I didn't. I did not leave my house yesterday, and that was amazing. That was like my top priority, is no matter what, I am not stepping foot out of this house into the car going anywhere today. My sanctuary is in my home today. And it was busy, but still just being in the sanctuary of, you know, I ain't got nowhere to be. I don't have to have anywhere to be. Cool. I'm going to keep it like that. Nowhere today. And honestly, I'm probably going to keep that same energy for today too. I really do. I really want to give time to like my mom today. I gave her some time yesterday. Like, we did our little breakfast thing, and it was for dinner, and it was cute. And it was nice, but I know she's been wanting to watch like a movie with me, and I was too tired to do that last night. Like, she brought it up, and I'm like, sis, I have got to go to bed. I'm dead ass exhausted. Dead ass exhausted. And I only plan on taking a nap last night. Like, I just wanted to take a nap. Like an hour nap. I had my alarm set for like an hour and a half. I fucking slept like 2.5 hours. It's like, wait a minute, what happened? Why did the alarm ain't go off? Why ain't I hear it? Type thing. But you know, when your body needs it, you need it. But it was fucked up then, because even then when I woke up, my head was splitting. And it's like, what is wrong with me? What is going on that like I can't get to sleep comfortably? I can't stay asleep. Or once I wake up, it's like not easy for me to go back to bed. It is if I'm dead ass tired. Like, I can't. It's weird because when it's my work week, when it's my work stretch, at least for a while I was good at it. I could force myself to, it don't matter if I slept 8 hours. If I'm waking up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and I ain't got to be at work until 10, I'm going back to sleep. No problem. Going back to sleep. But I don't get it. Lately, when I try to do that, I cannot get back to sleep. I don't know. Maybe something ain't sent right in my soul, which I hate when I think like that because I'm so spiritual. Because what is eating me up that it is affecting me so bad that I can't sleep? Because it's nothing I can think about consciously. Nothing. I mean, except for like the ways of life, you know. I know that shit eats me up. Constantly thinking about my mom and just family and, you know, time in general, and how, you know, the years are getting longer behind us than they are in front of us, you know what I mean? Like the space between, you know, and that, I know I think about that a lot more than I probably should. But it also helps me try to keep focus in life, I guess. You know, you don't want to spend too much time being an asshole to someone, because even though age and time really has nothing to do with it, because when it's your time, that with my life specifically, with losing my brother at such a young age and losing my best friend at such a young age, you know, and it when it's going to happen, it's going to happen. So you really should have that mentality anyway, you know, but just for me and specific people, it's like, okay, the windows are smaller going forward. So, you know, let's try as much as possible to do what you really want to do, which is if you want to spend time with this person, do it. You know, you don't want to be nasty with these people. Don't be nasty. You want to be more friendly and loving and opening and, you know, but still find that motherfucking, like, boundary. You know, don't let it get, like, used against you. It's like, oh, you're like that? Period. I can use you until you're just, like, dust. No. You know, you need to be like that, but with people who will give it back to you and respect you if you do give it a bit, and then you're like, no, not this time, not today, not this week, not this hour. It should just be appreciated and respected. That's just my humble opinion. That's just my humble opinion. Because, I mean, I get it. No one likes to be told no, but I've had my fair share of when I didn't want to be told no and I threw temper tantrums and shit was stupid and petty in hindsight. But now that those people are gone, so I can't, you know. So really, I'm just took all that time with those people for granted because I was too busy being a pissy pussy crybaby instead of just eating it on the chin and be like, all right, cool, maybe next time. You know what I mean? That may not make sense to y'all, but it makes sense to me because I know what I'm talking about. But it be like that. It really do. It really do. It really do. And I don't like it. That's probably one of my biggest turn offs with humans. Because I get it. Again, no one wants to be told no, but to get upset and to get all personal about it and to get all this and that, if something doesn't go your way in that moment, that's okay. You know, unless we're like young teenagers or some shit, why are we not handling it so much better? You know, now when people do it with me, if I'm like, oh, you know, you want to get together or something, okay, this week, okay, cool, no worries, you know, take care until I see you. You know, until next time, have fun, hit me up, whatever, you know, like just take it on the chin and keep moving. But I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm just talking. Welcome to the Scatterbrain podcast, okay, because that's what it's giving, and as it should. But that's okay. It's just another week, you know, for the books. I give it that. You know, this has been not a bad week. You know, I've definitely had worse weeks, and, you know, I like it. The headaches are probably most irritating because it's just constantly a reminder. What, am I doing too fucking much and I can't enjoy this much? Am I at my limit, you know? You know, like when you damage a battery, the battery's not 100% anymore. The battery's going to be like 40%, or it's going to read 100, but it's really like 60. So instead of having like a 12-hour battery life, you really got like a 6-hour battery life or something like that. You know what I mean? And I read that when I first like dove into the whole brain injury thing and everything I got going on. And that was one of the things I noticed. I'm like, no shit. No shit, how true that is. Entirely how true that is. But that's okay. I mean, fuck, I'm still learning as I go. Because if you really think about it, this is the first year. Because I'm almost at a year mark, right? So August will be a year. This is my first year stretch of constantly being active. That's crazy to think about because I never really thought about that before. But apart from when I started walking every day, that was the most active thing I did. And that was like, what? It had to be summer 22. Summer 22, something like that. Maybe it was March or spring, but I really want to say it was summer 22 I started walking. It may have been later than that, but I know it had to have been 22 because it's before my uncle moved in. He moved in December or November of 22. So it's between that bitch leaving in February and him showing up in November. I started walking. So prior to that, prior to work, that's all I did was walk. That was my activity. That was my accomplishment. A part of doing, like, you know, housework and stuff. You know, the housework was like the real pusher there because that's the real deep physical stuff. But that wasn't every day, you know. That was just on a good day, really. But prior to the walking and stuff, with the brain injury, I was down and out. Lived in my room, lived in my space, not a whole lot going on. You know, so this year here is like the full stretch of, okay, I'm working my set days a week, and when I'm not working, I'm taking care of the house, and when I'm, you know, not taking care of the house, I'm focused on my content, and when I'm not focused on my content, I'm focused on people in my circle, and trying to give them time. When I'm not doing that, I'm focused on my walking. When I'm not doing that, I'm focused on that. You know, it's really the first stretch of constantly trying to be active and do shit since my brain injury. And I really think that might be one of the main, I don't want to say problems. I mean, it is a problem, but trying to learn how to manage it with this little problem, because I haven't been here before. You know, this is my first time since post bullshit. You know, it's my first time trying to have the work life and the friend life and the family life and the love life and the self-business, self-employed life, and put it all together. And it's just woohoo. And it is a struggle, believe it or not. There are times where someone's like, you want to go to the store? And it's like, no, the fuck I don't. Because I can't handle that. I mean, that's real life. That is real life. So, you know, it's just about so much trying to balance and manage. And I almost feel like I need a in-depth, minute by minute, hour by hour plan book. Not minute by minute, but definitely hour by hour plan book. And I've tried that a couple times, and it works, but it doesn't. But it's just become like that in the household for sure. Like when my mom makes her doctor's appointments and stuff, I tell her, I'm like, listen, I need you to put it on the calendar as soon as you get your appointments, just like I do with mine. Because that way I can physically see, okay, this day at this time, busy, nothing can be done, you know. This day at this time, busy, nothing can be done. That way, you know, if people are like, try to do last minute, let's do something, I can be like, sorry, can't work, ain't working, can't be done, can't be done. Because one thing, you know, I can't overdo it. I cannot overdo it, because I will just spiral. I will, because it's a lot of overwhelming shit. It do be like that, and that's okay. And it's okay because that's what it's gonna be until I figure out how to get it under control, and it just is what it is. And the people who gonna fuck with that gonna fuck with it, and the people who ain't gonna fuck with it ain't gonna fuck with it. And I ain't mad at either of them, because ain't no one got a gun to no one's head to do nothing, to force nothing, to push nothing, none of that. And I have all the examples of the friends who stick it out and the friends who kept getting cute about it and got kicked to the curb. It is what it is, okay? Because ain't nothing forced. I will force you to the curb if you're going to keep trying me. Just boop, bye-bye. But that's about it, okay? Especially when I make efforts. Because obviously I know I can't be so in it. I know that. So that's why I make my efforts. I always... And more often it's with words or texting, or there will be the random spurts where I'm replying to everyone's snaps and then I'm telling them all, you know, this is what's been going on. I love you. I'm here for you. Support you. Got you. You know, it's just like, Cassie, shout out to you too, bitch. A lot of shout outs this episode, and I'm here for it. But like mine and her thing is she will send me videos of her mukbanging, and she does it privately, and I love it. I fucking love it because she just started doing it, and that's how we keep our thing, you know. And she understands. She will send me snaps and snaps and snaps, and at the end of every snap, it's I will talk to you when I talk to you, but love you, and period. People like that who get it, get it. Because at that point, there's nothing to prove. Not that there should be anything to prove in the first place. It should be natural beginning to end. Always been my take. Because if it has to be forced, then are we really satisfied at the end of the day? Right? So it should be natural beginning to end. And I love the people who naturally understand that and get that and do it and don't, you know, overbear. Don't become overbearing and all that stuff. And or at least people who, I love when people will like say something, then like my anxiety will just start running, and then I'm getting stressed, and I'm trying to do all this talking and trying to understand and figure it out and not be a bitch, but it may come off as a bitch, but I'm not. I'm just trying to understand and be like in it, and they'll be like, just breathe, just woo-saw, everything's fine. Like that shit is beautiful, because it's not someone trying to argue with you and do all this and do that. Like, just breathe. This is what's going on, okay? We're going to take a step down and woo-saw. Okay, period. Thank you, because that's what I want to do. So don't say that kind of stuff to get me like looking. Don't say that's going to get me feeling crazy. Because one thing I don't want to feel is crazy. And it goes around to all types of people. Like, there are people who will reach out to me and be like, you know, let's do something. I'm like, cool, let's do it in this moment right now. Like, you're asking because you're in the moment right now. So let's do it. I can make this time for you right now. Like, I'm able to do it right now, so I can do it. And then they just AFK you. They just ghost you. And it's like, okay, is this because it's not how you want it? Is this not because it has to be, you know what I mean? Like your way, like that shit gets me too. Cause it's, if I'm going to make the effort, anyway, I'm done with that. That can be saved for a different podcast day. Cause I don't want to dive into that one, especially this late into it. Cause we have 52 minutes. I'm not ready to deep dive into that one. But I mean, it just goes always. There are people who are constantly just want to suck up all your time and energy, and there are people who just want to play with it. And there are people who just want to disrespect it, and there are people who do not want to help you balance it, figure it out, help at all. And it's like, well, the fuck I do. But I'll have my answers one day and it'll all be figured out. And if you can relate to this in any way, please let me know in the comments. Because I'm sure a lot of us struggle with this type shit. I mean, more specifically, the people pleasers. I know people pleasers struggle with shit like this. I know that because I am a people pleaser and I am struggling with this shit. Because one thing I can't stand is someone will come to you and starts giving you an attitude, or starts being shady, or starts switching up tones and stuff because you're not telling them what they want to hear, I guess, or you're not throwing your life away to just be all about them, or whatever it may be. Even it's just crazy to me. It is, because if I have given you this much to work with and be satisfied about, why is this cause you to switch your attitude, your tone, anything? Like, should this not be grateful? And maybe it's different for me because that's something I learned, and that's something I specifically had to learn the hard way. You know, like taking the shit for granted and spent so much time being ungrateful about things I was being given, and then turn around and it's, those people are gone. So now there's no way for me to learn and grow and be like, you know what, I'm sorry, I will never do it again. And we continue to have this life or whatever, or this relationship or what have you. It's no, they're gone. You know, so all I have to on that is to reflect and grow from. And I don't think a lot of people grow and reflect in this world. I'm gonna say it. I'm just going to say it. I said what I said. A lot of people got a lot of pride, and they can never do wrong. And that shit is real crazy to me, because I am always reflecting on, I could have handled that better. I didn't have to say that. I didn't have to be a cunt. That could have been managed so differently. That could have been handled differently. I could approach that. Like, that's constantly my mindset. Constantly. Even when I'm fighting with someone, even when someone is trying me, I mean, in the heat of the moment, it is what it is. If whatever's getting thrown is getting thrown. But after the fact, it's like, damn, did I really have to say that? Did they really deserve that? Even if they're coming at me first and it's a defense thing, I am still like that. So it's just mind-boggling to me that there are people out there who are so stuck in themselves and their pride and their ego that they could never fucking do anything like that. But those type of people, I tend to spend less time with as possible. You know, I met one and I spent quite some time with him, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna put you way over yonder. I'm just gonna drop you off over here and you're gonna stay over there. Because I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. Because though you should be respected in your boundaries and who you are and how you are, when you mix two people, and this is relationship, friendship, family, whatever kind of bond you are with someone, when you add someone to your mix, you have to be able to, okay, you're calling me a cunt. Well, you know I'm a cunt, so you my friend for it or no? Or, you're right, I'm cunty at times. If you don't know how to take it, I do apologize. Talk to me about it. I will try and work on it. I mean, this is who I am. But if it's something that bothers you, that's something, we can grow to work on. And, I can try and you see the difference? Like, when you put someone into your melting pot to blend with you, you can't just, well, this is who I am. You take it or leave it. You can, if someone's coming to you and that's how they met you and they like that, it's like, oh, you're cool people, I can be your friend because that's how you are, versus being together a while, and again, together's in any kind of bond, friendship, because this person I'm talking about specifically was a friendship, and after a while it was like, this isn't cute anymore. Is this who you are always? Because it being consistent, you being basically an asshole, is not cute to me. Like, is that how you're going to do the friendship? Or, oh, okay, you are? Well, cool. Then you can be over here. You can be over there. Because I don't roll like that. Now, if you wanted to try and talk about it and work out it and respect at least what I'm saying as someone who you're trying to like be friends with, then cool, we can work that out. I can put up with some shit if you're able to discuss and put up with some shit. But if it's just about you, always about you and all about you, I ain't got time. That's what your wife should be for, sister. No shade, no tea. No shade, no tea. All shade, no tea. All tea, all shade. I don't give a fuck, to be honest. But, yeah. I think that's it for this week's episode. I'm going to get my clothes together and just finish doing what I need to do on my last off day. And as always, prepare for the work stretch and then plan for anything that comes after that. So I do feel like I've been giving a lot of time to other people, which is cool, and also to myself. But in terms of myself, I give that time to a lot of people because I want to make them happy, versus instead of really focusing on myself and what I want to accomplish within the next day, the next week, the next month, what have you. So I think this coming up week, I'm gonna it's gonna be different. I'm gonna give different people the attention that I want to fucking give these people, but I'm horrible at managing the time, or I'm like, well, this should count because I'm doing all this for them. But no, quality time. I love you. I care about you, blah, blah, blah. Let me break it up from everyone else. And who, again, for those who can't understand or respect that, you know, it is what it is. I'll handle it as it comes. You know, but it's just gonna, you know, sometimes it just gotta be like that. So I'm gonna prepare for a good week. I know work itself is gonna be stressful. That's something I didn't even talk about. You know, someone quit but didn't quit. So I don't know. It's just the same bullshit, different day at this place. And I'm, gonna do my best to get through it, because I know at the end of the day it's gonna fly by like it does every week. So I'm trying not to get involved with it, because I really don't give a fuck. I do not give a fuck anymore. I don't give a fuck so much that no employees, no one from the company name can contact me on my off days. I make it to where that is not possible. Do not contact me, because I don't care. Let me just come do my job when I gotta do my job, because I do my job and I do my job well, period. And that's it. And that's all it's gonna be. If I ain't scheduled, it ain't my business. And my schedule is what I'm scheduled. And I was hired for my schedule, and that schedule will not change unless I change it myself. Thank you. Okay, because there's just too much going on. That's the last thing I care about. I did my time. I put in my efforts, and that's it. But anyways, I'm done ranting and raving. I hope y'all enjoyed this. This one was definitely scatterbrains. Or are they not scatterbrained, and I just feel like they are? I mean, because I know my brain is scattered all the time. So maybe that's why I feel like it's always scatterbrained, but maybe it's not. Maybe I'm always hitting each point. I don't know. And I come in here with no points, might I add. I don't. I just press record and start fucking talking. That's all I do. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed episode 6, titled Like. And I will see y'all next week in the next one. Moki's out. Bye.